The easiest way to supplement your vitamin B12 intake is undoubtedly with a multivitamin. You won't find a health store that doesn't stock them, and even a lot of supermarkets will have a supply. What's more, multivitamins tend to be cheaper than specific B12 supplements, and you can find ones that contain either methylcobalamin or cyanocobalamin, depending on your preference. But is a multivitamin the right choice for you? If you're young, you eat meat, and you generally have a healthy, balanced diet, then you probably get all the vitamin B12 you need from your food already. In this case, supplementing your intake in any way isn't likely to be necessary. However, many people over the age of 50 can no longer absorb B12 into their bloodstreams as easily as they could when they were younger. The problem only gets worse as you age. This makes older people particularly susceptible to vitamin B12 deficiency, a serious condition with potentially very harmful long-term consequences. As humans or any other animal, for that matter, can't produce vitamin B12 internally, your entire B12 intake must be consumed. Only bacteria have the ability to synthesize this vitamin, and the large bacterial populations that use animals as hosts mean that the best B12 sources are generally animal products. Of course, this also puts vegans and vegetarians at risk from vitamin B12 deficiency. There are also a few other less common reasons that you might not be able to absorb enough B12 from your diet ordinarily. If your B12 absorption is impaired, or you eat a meat-free diet, then you want to consider taking a B12 supplement. For vegetarians/vegans, the answer may well be a multivitamin. Not only are multivitamins a healthy life choice in general, but the quantities of B12 contained within will normally be enough for even vegans to live healthily. Having said that, many vegetarians and vegans, as well as many young, healthy meat-eating individuals, choose to also take a separate, dedicated vitamin B12 supplement. B12 has exceptionally low toxicity, so overdosing is not something you need to worry about, as B12 deficiency is potentially so serious, and taking more than the RDA of B12 won't do you any harm. Lots of people consider specific B12 supplementation to be the logical choice, just to be on the safe side. For anyone suffering from pernicious anemia, or who cannot absorb sufficient amounts of B12 from their diet, for any other reason, a multivitamin won't provide enough of the vitamin to give their body what it needs. In this case, taking a B12 supplement is essential if you want to avoid a vitamin deficiency. In some cases, generally where B12 levels in the blood are already very low, a doctor may prescribe a B12 injection. This is generally not required, as very high-dose oral pills will normally provide enough vitamin B12 via passive absorption in the intestines, even for individuals who normally cannot absorb enough. Sublingual pills, those that go under the tongue, allow B12 to be absorbed directly into the bloodstream, so this is another popular option. It's important to note that while it's safe to take very large quantities of B12, the same cannot be said for a number of other vitamins and minerals, e.g. iron and vitamin A. For this reason, trying to get your entire B12 intake through multivitamins could be dangerous, as it may lead to an accidental overdose of other vitamins, which could prove harmful. In conclusion, a multivitamin is a great way to supplement your vitamin B12 intake, providing that you know you can absorb B12 without any problems, and so long as you don't take more multivitamins than is recommended on the packet.